Bonsoir, good evening from Abidjan. I'm here with the lady I met at the airport, if you've seen the previous video. It's my first time in the country, but she's been here like how many times, you said?
3 times.
3 times, 3 times. She said she has a boyfriend over here, so she can come in.
I didn't say that, I know. No, I didn't say that.
We landed at the same time. Actually, we boarded at the same time on the same aisle. Comes to find out we're also sitting on the same place. Same row, 26. I was C, she was what, A, right?
Yeah.
And nobody in the middle, so it was a quick flight. Just complete coincidence, and she's also a YouTuber. So, how you doing, Ola?
Hi, I'm doing good.
All right.
Yeah.
So Ola actually is a YouTuber as well. Maybe you can share, tell me more about. Yeah.
Okay, so basically on my page I share beauty, fashion, lifestyle content.
They were not really kidding when they were saying that this is made from Africa, because you can see it just replaces my melanin and oh my god.
But recently I've decided to switch it up and do more of realistic stuff.
Yes.
Where it's not just beauty, there's something they say beauty and brains. So I'm trying to open up our mind and
Yes.
just do more things that people are really suffering about, like mental stuff, physical stuff, spiritual stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you enjoy stuff like that, you can go ahead and subscribe to me at Olaide Oluwole.
If you understand yourself as an individual, you know that the thing that you need to choose is yourself all the time.
All right, I'm gonna share her name on the description as well. So we're gonna be talking about everything. So how do you like Abidjan so far? I know you don't speak French, so.
Yeah, it's fantastic. I've had foods, different types of foods. I'm gonna share some with you. So if you want to share with them to see those foods,
yes.
Yeah, it's this wonderful food. Yeah,
yes.
You're gonna love it.
Yeah, and you're originally from Nigeria.
I'm from Nigeria. Yeah.
What part of Nigeria?
I was born and brought up in Lagos, but my dad is from Ogun State and my mom is from Ileife, so I'm generally a Yoruba girl from Lagos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So who has the best jollof between Ghana and Nigeria? This is a big thing here.
I hate this competition because people just ask me. First, I don't like Ghana rice. So
you don't like Ghana rice?
I don't. It melts when you cook it, and sometimes the grains are too long. I don't know. It's just like the rice is complicated.
Yes.
But with Nigerian rice, I was born with this. It's my way.
Yeah.
When you put the sauce together,
yeah,
and you just mix with your rice and some chicken on the side, the fish if you prefer. You're good to go. So you already know my answer. Don't start with that.
Hey, it took me going to Ghana to realize the competition going on between Nigeria and Ghana regarding jollof rice. I've never talked about rice so much like I have in Ghana. It was actually pretty funny. So I also noticed there's a lot of Nigerians in Ghana. Ghana is basically Nigeria part 2. And yes. I know I already asked you before, why is that? Why is there so many Nigerians moving to Ghana?
I say this cheeky answer. I think we're overpopulated in our country and we just want to run away.
Yeah.
Everybody's just looking for a place to, I left Nigeria because the hassle is too much. I just feel like everybody is living on survival.
Yes.
And I'm not interested in that anymore.
Yeah.
We should be concerned about our population growth rate, because what it does is that no matter how much you're growing, unless you're growing at 10-12%, you're actually taking away from the living standards of our people.
Basically.
When is the last time you went back?
I went back for my dad's coronation about 2 years ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I want to go very soon, but yeah, just 2 years ago.
Yeah. All right. Where else do you want to go to?
Cameroon.
Cameroon. Okay.
Yeah, I would love to go to Cameroon. And I would love to visit a couple of countries that I'm not willing to share in the public.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay. Yeah, sounds good.
So if you see me there, you see me there.
Yeah. So what do you think of the the nightlife since you travel between Ivory Coast and Ghana quite a bit? For people like me, I have that's one thing I haven't done yet. As of the time of recording this video, I haven't been out to a nightclub here, so I'm not sure. But what would you say is the
Still, so far, Nigeria is top tier.
top tier?
Then
Yeah.
you can put Ghana on the side,
Yeah.
and then you can put here. I feel like Ghana is now like trying to, take up the race to Nigeria in
Yeah.
sense of people can go to the club all the way till morning and
Yes.
even forget to go home.
Yes.
And it's a little bit like that here, but it's not compared to Ghana.
Ghana. Okay. And when it comes to dating, are you single?
Technically, I have no ring on my finger.
Now that's a player answer. And someone say I got no ring, so I'm single. Oh my goodness.
No ring. It's plain.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I'm assuming you are not married, right?
I'm not married. Yeah.
You just mingling.
I'm trying lots of options.
Lots of options. Tell us more. You are so interesting.
I am young, okay?
Yes, you are.
And I feel like at the young age is when you get to experience life.
Yeah.
Once you attach yourself to something else, now you have the responsibility of that attachment.
Yeah.
And so that is the burden you want to carry. But as an individual, God created everyone individually. So there is a stage that will come in your life that you have to live to the responsibility of being an individual. A lot of people try to escape it, but that is where most people find their fortune. And a lot of people just like, I don't want to be alone, I don't want to be single, I don't want to be by myself. But then you are not making the time to learn about yourself, to know who you are, what your purpose is, and all of that. Yes, I'm not saying you cannot do this if you are with a partner, but we are built differently, and some people are meant to find their purpose by themselves.
Yes.
There's some people that they cannot find who they are with a partner.
Yes. Yes.
So yeah. I feel like I'm one of those people that I have to find my purpose by myself.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
Okay. So one thing I found very interesting about Ola when I met her is that she has never dated a black man before. When she told me this, I was like, wait, what? So I need to interview you. So that's why we're sitting over here, because she gave me that answer. So how is that possible that a beautiful girl like yourself from Nigeria has never tried your own race? That is amazing.
When I was growing up, I grew up with a lot of shame and guilt around being with an opposite sex. So those were one of the things that shaped me into seeing another man as, oh, he's black, he's probably just like my brother, So I don't feel that emotional connection with them. It's not like I'm taboo too, but it's just kind of harder because they don't open up emotionally easily too, and I don't know how to leave myself and focus on someone else. So it's usually in shambles.
Yes.
So yeah.
Guys, we were coming here to be quiet, and these people are here, but we're gonna keep going. I may actually have to get maybe maybe closer to you so we can fight the noise.
Yeah.
I think. Should we go back on that side? Yeah. So guys, we're gonna move to a different area so it can be a little bit more quiet when we are face to face here. Yeah. So here you are. Okay. So meet Ola again.
Yes.
So you were saying the lack of emotional, connection because you feel like they are more like your brothers.
Yeah.
Somebody's gonna watch this and say, how do you know this if you've never dated them?
Yeah.
Right? So what would you
when
say?
you're talking to someone and you're getting to know them, there's level of openness that they will have with you that would make you feel connected to them. So if you're meeting someone for like 2-3 days and the conversation is, do you want to Netflix and chill? and you're trying to engage them in conversations and you're trying to turn away from those conversations, it means they don't want to tell you shit about them. They don't want to know you. And do you want to be in that space of trying to force someone to talk to you?
Yes.
I think that's the first step.
Yes.
Talking to the person.
Yes.
And even if the relationship would not go well, at least you were honest with me in the first place.
Right.
So that's my first challenge when it comes to dating black men.
So are you sexually attracted to black men or not at all?
To some extent, if I find some very, very cute guys, I would tell myself this is just a fling, this is just one night something. I don't see myself, I never think it in my mind that, okay, this could lead to forever, or this could lead to something fairy, or this could never.
So your preference so far has been white guys?
Not by choice, but this is what has been happening to me.
Okay, so tell me more about this.
In the sense that they are playful and they are communicative, and they're open.
Yeah.
Like if you tell them you want to wait, you don't want to rush into things, they will wait for you. And if you tell them, okay, now that we mean, this is my terms, this is what I can accept, this is what I can accept, okay, it's fine. But then, oh hey, say hi to my friend.
Okay.
Come.
Hello. This is when I met Francois. We were sitting in that room because it was quiet, but then they were loud, so now we're moving. So meet, what's your name?
Hello, Francois.
Francois. Well, that's a French name.
The French name, yes.
Okay. All right, so we're moving our drinks. You don't have any drinks?
Well, I had many drinks in my life. I have to take a break now.
You have to take a break, okay. Yes. All right, sounds good. All right. We're setting up the stage for this IvainTures interview here. All right. So this hotel here is La Tiam, right? Tiama. And for people who don't know, how much a suite like this, how much does it cost? Because you have a whole living room, then the bedroom on that side.
No, it's an office and bedroom.
Office and a bedroom.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So no, it doesn't cost very much really.
No.
You know, it's a few French CFA. You know, 2 French. What do you call that? Franc CFA.
France CFA. Okay, so you speak French, English, and Spanish.
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
It speaks like 5 languages.
5 languages.
Sometimes
Okay.
it's confused.
Yeah. Have you been to Nigeria yet?
No.
She hasn't taken you there yet?
No, she doesn't want to. I cannot meet her
I know
family.
she was talking smack about Nigeria right now.
Oh, yes.
You know? I'm done with Nigeria. You heard her, guys. You heard her. She said she was done with Nigeria.
You guys are married, right? This is a coup, right?
That's funny. Let me try to turn the light on here so we can have some lighting. Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
You need the one on the.
No, I think this is good actually. Yeah, the other one you had was good. No, the other one. Yeah, turn that on as well. No, this one.
More.
Perfect.
This one.
That's it. All right. Lighting, sound, setting. This is what we have to go through to create a video. All right. Name again? Francois. So I'm here with Francois and Ola again, and we're gonna continue the interview with Ola. But before you go, I wanted to ask you, how did you figure out you like the chocolate?
The chocolate.
Yes. Black woman.
Black woman.
Yes.
Black woman.
Yes.
As I said, I was raised by black people.
Yes.
So whenever I was watching me in a mirror,
yes,
and I saw white skin, I thought I had a skin disease. And actually, I was raised in Haiti by a couple of Haitian people, and old people,
yes,
because my parents could not take care of me.
Yes.
And later on in life, I cannot see the black color. Yes. I can see your color.
Yes.
I can see her color. She doesn't have the same color as you do.
No, she does not.
And for me, people have color,
right?
And they have different color. And white people have a problem, a disease of the skin. For me, this is because I thought I had skin disease, you know, because I was not like my parents who were black. And like for instance, I have friends and people, remember this black guy who lives in Spain? What black guy lives in Spain? Yeah, you know, south of Spain. He plays the trombone. I don't know any black guy who lives there, no. But I say, is your best friend Ariel? I don't have a friend named Ariel who's black. Then show me his picture. Him! He's not. He's black. Yeah, I didn't remember he was black.
Yeah.
I don't remember he was black. I don't qualify people by
color.
Black or white, because white is some people and people have different colors. You know, her color. I can remember her color.
Yes.
For me, it's not black. It's Okikiola color.
Yeah.
It's Oluwole Okikiola Olaide color.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So you always been attracted to black women?
Married to black person, yes.
Okay.
Always.
All right.
With a certain color that people refer to as black. Yes.
That's black. Okay.
Yes.
Very interesting. And you're also a musician, but we're gonna get into that later on.
Okay. Very good.
All right.
Okay.
Sounds good. So let's continue here.
Thank you.
So I forgot the question I was on, but we were talking about yes, your.
Do it, I said I'll do it if you be my sugar daddy. Do it, I said I'll do it if you be my sugar daddy. No.
Your experience with black men in general, which has been that you didn't feel necessarily attracted to them.
Yeah.
You see them more as like a brother or something like that.
Yeah. The thing is, first, biologically, I'm emotionally wired. There's no denial to that. I am an emotional being first, and I am a woman. That makes it two. So the first form of connection for me is emotionally, and if I can't get the mutual connection with someone, I just like friends. It's like friends, brother, family. Yeah, you can't get to ladies' panties, or you can't get to shift these panties.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, and so are you familiar with OnlyFans or sugar daddying?
Well, not OnlyFans, but yeah, you can call me sugar baby. You can say that word now because I'm not ashamed of who I am. And
define it for us. I know somebody is watching this and does not know what a sugar daddy is. So what is? Can you tell us more about it?
When I was growing up, it was always like a forbidden thing or like something really bad. Just the same way like sexual relationships are forbidden or sexual relationships are forbidden. But if you meet someone, the first thing you want to know is where you stand with them and the role you're gonna play in your life. A lot of people get into even marriages not understanding their role in their husband's life, but for this husband that you're marrying, you're just gonna be like a sex worker for him. You're just gonna be like maybe a housemaid for him, or you're just gonna be like a mother for him. So it is always different relationships with different person.
Yes.
And when you meet either older or younger person,
yes,
you need to understand what it's gonna be like, and that's gonna define your relationship. So when you meet even an older person, that doesn't necessarily mean that you are going to be like the way people say it, like it's a taboo to be with an older person.
Yes.
I don't see it like that, because you need to understand where you are with this person.
Yes.
And then you can carry yourself accordingly.
Right. 100%.
But
so you don't care about the age of the person?
No, I don't care.
Okay.
Yeah.
But what is a sugar daddy? Oops, guys, I keep dropping. Man, I keep dropping this thing. This is the band that he's part of. He's originally from Cuba, and he gave me this, so I cannot wait to listen to it. So sorry for making all this noise back here, but I have to put it away so I can carry on this conversation. I want to listen to this music later on, and if I go to Cuba, I should say when I go to Cuba, I'll definitely talk to him. So yeah, so what is a sugar daddy? Is there a website?
No, there's no website for that. I mean, there could be, but for me, a sugar daddy is someone that has the potential to give you everything you desire without you having to work or suffer to earn it.
Yes.
Every romantic relationship is transactional. You know, when we start looking at how much my mother is paying for at home versus what my dad is paying for, you'll know what? My dad pays for a lot more because he has an income and my mother doesn't. So in that sense, he's paying for that entire relationship. So what, is my mother a whore? Absolutely not.
What do you say to people who say, well, that's prostitution?
Well, that's prostitution. Well, that's your definition of prostitution.
No, because someone will watch this video, right, and say, well, you know, guys are basically paying her to have sex with her.
If we think about the last resort trend of young women turning to sex work in order to make ends meet, then the sugar daddy business model, this Brandon Way's business model, has basically found a way to exploit that desperation.
Well, that's basically your mindset, and you need to take some sponge and soap and wash your brain first.
Okay. So what does that involve? So when you say they give you everything you want, you mean financially?
It could be financially, it could be emotionally, it could be anything. It could be anything. It could be anything you want. So it doesn't. Yes, it comes on the side with financial stuff. It can be lavish on you. People have seen 50 Gray, where this guy just likes this girl so much and he takes care of. She doesn't have to work for a penny in her life. That is a sugar daddy.
Happy graduation, Anastasia.
Oh my God. Christian, that's a car.
You don't miss much, do you?
Yeah.
But he's just young. That doesn't make him any less of a sugar daddy.
Of course.
He is doing everything. And there are women out there that are just like laying on the couch. And there's someone out there that is just making sure that they're fine.
Yes.
Yeah. And this is okay. Women don't have to suffer to have good things in life like they've been thought to. Yeah.
So do you get paid for your time?
No, I don't.
You don't? Okay. Because me personally also, I was under the impression that being in a sugar daddy arrangement means that you charge for your time, basically.
No.
Okay.
Not at all.
That's what I really want to hear from you about this.
I feel like people just get, I mean, it's the approach you take to it. But for me, when you meet someone, you need to understand them first. That would define how you carry yourself. And that would define how long the relationship would go. Yeah.
Okay.
So it doesn't involve getting paid.
Can a
for my
broke
time.
guy be a sugar daddy?
A broke guy can never be a sugar daddy.
So there is an expectation of some kind of financial stability.
Yeah. It's financial stability, emotional stability, everything.
Yeah.
Everything that a woman requires for from a man. Yeah, time, attention, everything that you guys don't think they do, they do. Yeah.
You hear this? Yeah. She's coming from my head now.
Yeah. They have your time, they have attention for you, they have affection for you, they have your best interest at heart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it doesn't involve proving your worth or trying to take care of him like a baby.
Are you expected to be faithful or to be loyal in some fashion sexually with just one person?
Well, that is up to you as an individual. Like I said, you need to have this conversation with your partner to know what they want and what you want. And for me, it's just like when you're with a person and you're not in alignment. If you're a promiscuous person and you go into a relationship with someone that doesn't want a promiscuous person, you're out of alignment. And so you need to have conversation with whoever you're with, young or old, to know what they want. Yeah.
So in your case, are you involved with multiple sugar daddies or just one?
No, one at a time.
One at a time?
Yeah.
Okay. But that's a personal choice you made. It's not a requirement.
It's a personal choice, yeah.
And how do you meet someone like that? Like who's financially stable enough to keep up with your expectations?
Well, first you know what you want. I feel like it all starts from there. When you know what you want, what your needs are, and what your priorities are, then you make yourself available to you know, to life, to universe, to God, or whatever you believe in, and then you just hope for the best, and God in his faithfulness is going to listen to you at the right time. When he knows that, okay, this girl is due for help,
Yes.
he's gonna send you help.
What if you meet a guy that you like, right? He's interesting, you vibe,
Yeah.
but he's not, he is between jobs and he's just not able to keep up with. I mean, guys, look at this fancy suite right here, man. Hey, he didn't tell me the price. I asked him. He didn't tell me the price. But I know it's expensive. But the guy can take you to this. He can take you on this trip, buy you these things, you know? You know? Break out those bottles of champagne, man. What if it just, he can't do it. But, you know, you like him.
Yeah.
But you now, at this point, you used, I can tell, to a certain level of quality. You have some expectations, right?
Yeah.
But if the guy can't do it, I'm not going to say broke, but he does not have enough money to go on trips, to do all those things that you used to doing.
Yeah.
Would you give that man a chance?
It would just be a, like I say, it would just be a fling.
But you won't take him seriously?
No.
Wow. But what about feelings?
Feelings don't come first.
Wow.
Yeah.
You don't play, huh?
Well,
Gee.
wait, you need to put your ratings first before feelings.
But isn't that feelings what keeps you together?
Yes, at the end of the everything, yeah, the feelings does keeps us together. The feelings keeps everything flowing, the fun, you know, and all of that. But if he's not able to do the things that I'm required, if I have to baby him, if I have to keep praying to God to help him to get there, I'm trying to get there.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get there. I need to see him as a role model.
Yes.
So if I have to carry him on my back, I would rather pray to God for another one.
But you, and I know this from talking to you. Oh man, I know this from talking to you off camera. You are financially stable on your own.
Yes,
you know,
on my
you
own.
have your own business, you have your own things going on.
Yeah.
So why do you need a man to be able to provide if you have your own things?
Well, the thing is, everybody needs help. Everybody needs someone to rely on. And for me, it's the people that come into my life to help me. Yeah. Sometimes you just want to get out of town. Sometimes you just want to like cuddle someone. You just want to have this, you know. Sometimes your own things are just like, oh, I want someone else's own now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you have your own money.
But sometimes it's just like, I want someone else's own money now. I want to enjoy someone else now. I want to enjoy someone else now. Like, I don't want my things anymore. I want someone else's now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. And if you don't mind sharing, how old is your partner right now? Well, I mean, don't tell me the age. What's the age difference? How many years? 20?
25.
25 years difference. Okay. And how is it culturally for you to date someone who's much older? Because like,
I don't feel it.
But
it's I don't, the same way you don't see like he was saying, you doesn't see like black skin or light skin or whatever. I don't, the age barrier is, I don't see it.
But you are in your 20s, right? And there are certain music. That's the thing. That's the challenge for me. When someone is much older, like me, I can say something like, "Yo, remember the Boys to Men?" And the person is like, "What is that?" And I'm like, "Oh my God, do you remember? You know, Maxwell, All for One? Do you remember? You know, all these musicians, Babyface from the '90s. I mean, he's still singing. It's just sometimes it's tough to relate when someone does not come from the same era." So conversations get difficult at times. But like the kind of music that you know, he doesn't necessarily know the...
So we find common ground.
Yeah.
And we find... That's what I was saying, that you need to know your needs. You need to get to know the person. When you get to know the person, that is when you build common ground.
Yes.
That is when you know, okay, this person doesn't like these things. This person likes these things. I can tolerate this person to this extent.
Yes.
And this person can tolerate me. I'm able to open up when I'm upset about something he does.
Yeah.
and he is able to open up if he's uncomfortable about something I do. So that brings us to, we're already dancing in some vibration. So finding music or finding common ground about things is nothing.
Yeah, but I have to go back to this whole black man thing. I have to. We are all different, right?
Yeah.
Blacks in Africa, even like people from Kenya don't behave like people from Cameroon.
Yeah.
People from Cameroon don't behave like Nigerians. We are close, we're similar, but we're different, right?
Totally different.
But then, so when you say black men are, let's say, you don't vibe with them necessarily like that, I have to challenge you and then say maybe you're generalizing too much,
Well,
white men are not the same.
Let me say something. I have met different black men, and it's always like brotherly vibe.
Jesus. What's wrong with the brotherly?
I'm not smiling when I say this. It's always like brotherly vibe for me, and I don't know. I can't get myself to come out of that mindset. Like,
yes.
To see them as my brother first.
It's your right, it's your choice.
Yeah.
It's just very interesting. You are under no pressure or obligations to date your race.
Yeah.
I'm totally against people who feel like because you're black you have to date a black person.
Yeah, exactly.
Or because you're white you have to, it's your life. You only have one life. Nobody should tell you what you choose to do with your time or your body, right?
Right.
It's just very interesting. So when did you figure out that you were not, attracted to men from your own race?
When I started dating white men.
Mm-hmm.
Before I started dating like other races, I've always had encounters with black men, obvious, but things just never works out. It's usually complicated. It's usually like something is going on, you're not communicating to you, you're in doubt, you have to forgive them because now they have done something that they might not even know that they have done, but now you have to forgive them because if you say it, you're gonna sound crazy because they didn't know that they do that. So when I had my first experience, I was like, I'm never going back on this.
I thought they say once you go black, you don't come back. So for her, she's the other way.
It was the other way around.
You went white and that's
the other way around. I don't know if it was because of the person I met the first time, because it was sweet, it was kind, it took care of me. I don't know if I was taking care of him because I was always like asking questions also because I came from this mindset of asking questions, and he was always telling me, you're fine, it's all right, you don't have to do this, blah blah blah. But after 2 years of being together, I realized I've never been the problem the whole time. Because we didn't even fight to break up. It was mutual conversation we had, and I just realized we both had to go different path, So I realized I was not the problem, and that was the line for me. And I never dress up to fit the black market. I never even dress up to fit the white. I just dress up to be comfortable, be confident, and be myself. And most of the time, the only people I get to, get with is not black people.
It's not black, okay.
Yeah.
How does your family feel about you dating white men and older men?
My family...
do they know?
Not 100%.
Okay.
A few of them have an idea. But... yeah, I know they see me as a black sheep, but I don't care. And like I said, I'm comfortable with myself now. I don't care about judgment anymore because, like I said, I came from this background of judgment. And
people judge you?
Not me, generally, they judge everything. They judge everything. They judge how others are doing. They judge how this is happening. They judge the government. They judge society, to judge everything. So I don't care anymore about those things. Anybody can see anything, and what I see now is my life, and at the end of the day, I have the responsibility of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we talked a lot about your expectations from guys, right? But and I'm gonna ask Francois to join us soon here. But I wanna ask you before he gets here, if he's willing to talk, because I'm not sure. What are the expectations they have about you? Right. You say you want some bling bling, you want some money. Yeah. So what are the expectations for you?
They don't. I don't. Well, you can ask. You can ask them.
No, but based on your experience on this, what would you say guys generally expect from you?
For me to just be myself.
What does that mean?
Be pretty, sexy, cute.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what they expect from me.
Yeah. Nothing else.
Nothing else. They don't even require me to work.
You don't have to work.
They don't require. It's like if you want to work, it's up to you, but you don't have to do it.
How about sex? Is it expected?
It's sex in the first place is like mutual consent.
Yes.
I want to do it. You want to do it.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah. Okay.
It's not like I'm being forced to do anything, or they're being forced to do anything, or.
So even if the guy, let's say it's not attractive, right? But he has money, that's not enough. You still.
Well, for me, I'm not attracted to men's face.
What are you attracted to?
Is that a question now?
I mean,
is that a question now?
Yeah.
A plethora of things, but not their faces. Because I've been in a situation where I like this guy, but at the end of the day, it's just butterflies. You know what butterflies does? They die after 15 days.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Butterfly.
That's what they do.
So, what attracts you then? What attracts you if it's not the face? It's because the face is the very first thing you see.
Yeah, the face what attracts me is seeing that it is capable of taking care of me.
Okay, so regardless of what the face is like.
Yeah.
Okay.
The face, the age, whatever.
Yeah. How do people in Nigeria?
If there is a white guy from Nigeria and he can take care of me, I'm cool.
You're cool.
Yeah.
How do people see this in Nigeria?
I haven't been in Nigeria
for a while, so you don't know.
So I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Sounds good. Anything else you want to share with us? I have more questions, but
the one thing I want to share is that if you're a baby girl out there watching this video and you're still doubting if you should take up the next step that's in your mind, you know that step you should. You're a baby girl. The only thing you need to do is take care of yourself and let the world take care of you. Okay? There's no reward in suffering, okay? There's no reward. There's no reward. Don't go and suffer with that man and think if you become the Bob the Builder after some years. Do you know what happens to Bob the Builder? They let them off. They let them go at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Okay, so don't become the Bob the Builder.
All right.
Become the you that built you, and you know, let the universe take the next step.
Okay.
All you're required to do is be a nice girl, take care of yourself mentally, physically, and spiritually. Okay.
Okay.
That's all.
All right. So guys, I hope you've enjoyed the conversation with Ola.
Yeah.
Man, she is feisty. She's real, and she doesn't give a damn what you think. You know, she's taking care of herself. So, thank you for your time.
Coming up next on IvainTures.
Do you get pushback from friends, family, or society because of the age difference between you and your partner?
I feel bad for old people going out with old people. I am faithful to all my women, you know.
Is it tough to maintain a relationship?
Well, women are terrible and control freak.
Have you observed any differences at all between African women and Latinas or European?
Oh yeah, I feel sorry for her.
I don't wanna be crazy no more. Every time I think you're gonna walk out